Hello and welcome to Property It's Hot. This is your complete guide to the hottest real estate markets, clever home decor tips and the smartest advice when it comes to buying your dream home. So sit back and enjoy what's coming up on the show today. 3 new districts added to the National Capital Region. What does it mean for the residents of NCR? How effective rainwater harvesting could pave the way for better conservation of water. And smart tips to create a home office. In our top story this week, the National Capital Region's boundaries have been stretched further beyond, with 3 more districts now added under its fold. Mahendragarh, Bhiwani and Bharatpur are the new entrants in the NCR club. This takes the number of districts under NCR to 19. So did we really need to expand NCR? Anjali Istiwal answers that.
The National Capital Region surrounding Delhi is a dream gone sour. Residents of Gurgaon, Noida, Greater Noida, they are struggling to live their version of the NCR dream. The Delhi, Haryana and UP state governments and administrations have been unable to work cohesively to provide basic facilities to the residents. That hasn't stopped the Urban Development Ministry though from making tall claims. An area 8 times the size of Delhi was added to the NCR. Now, if you travel 200 kilometers out of Delhi into Rajasthan, you would still be in what has become one of the largest urban settlements in the world. Far-flung districts such as Bhiwani and Mahendragarh in Haryana and Bharatpur in Rajasthan have been included in the coveted NCR club. 2 more Haryana districts, Karnal and Jind, are waiting on the wings. Many people are questioning the wisdom of the Urban Development Ministry in doing so.
हरियाणा और यूपी के जो डिस्ट्रिक्ट हैं जो दिल्ली से बिल्कुल लगते हुए हैं, चाहे वो मेरठ हो, बुलंदशहर हो, सोनीपत हो, पानीपत हो, इनमें कोई खास व्यवसाय में वृद्धि नहीं हुई है एनसीआर प्लानिंग बोर्ड के प्लान से पिछले 5-7 सालों में। अगर आप पानीपत शहर को देखें तो उनका जो हैंडलूम का व्यवसाय है वो अपने आप में घटौती पे आ गया है। उसी तरह अगर आप मुरादाबाद देखें, बुलंदशहर देखें, मेरठ देखें, बहुत ज़्यादा व्यवसाय में वृद्धि वहाँ हुई नहीं है, कोई बड़ी इंडस्ट्रीज वहाँ नहीं गई हैं।
The residents who have invested in the NCR dream are now feeling shortchanged. Property prices here are high, even as the most developed NCR region, Gurgaon, is struggling with basic issues.
बिजली पानी नहीं है। बिजली पानी की जो और कनेक्टेड हैं चीज़ें हैं, आपको सॉलिड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट चाहिए, आपको लिक्विड वेस्ट मैनेजमेंट चाहिए, आपको सड़कें चाहिए, चौड़ी सड़कें चाहिए, आपको ड्रेनेज प्रॉपर चाहिए, आपको सड़कें, तो ये सब चीज़ें बिल्डर अपनी अंदर की सड़कें बना देता है, एक क्लब बना देता है वहाँ, वो दिखाने के लिए कि मेरा ये हो गया। अब वहाँ पहुँचना भी पॉसिबल है कि नहीं, जब बारिशें पड़ती हैं सारा गुड़गांव का बुरा हाल हो जाता है।
Once a resident steps out of his gated community, the lack of transport, good roads, connectivity to other areas make the NCR promise rather hollow. NCR residents survive on backup power supply and bottled or groundwater as there's no proper supply of these 2 basic amenities. All these factors put together are pushing up the cost of living in these areas. Experts are warning home buyers from blindly chasing the dream of owning a house in these regions, particularly in the newly announced NCR districts.
बिल्डर्स को इससे साइकोलॉजिकल बेनिफिट मिल सकता है क्योंकि इन्वेस्टर्स सोचेंगे वो एनसीआर हो गया, देखो एनसीआर में जितने इन्वेस्ट किया था नोएडा में या गुड़गांव में वो मालामाल हो गए, जिन्होंने 20-20 हज़ार की जो ज़मीनें ली थी गुड़गांव में आज 1 करोड़ की हो गई हैं। वो ठीक है, बट यही चीज़ वहाँ हो जाएगी, भरतपुर में हो जाएगी या अलवर में तो हुआ नहीं। अलवर में वहीं का वहीं पड़ा हुआ है, वो कब से एनसीआर का हिस्सा है, अलवर तो बहुत देर से है। मेरठ में कुछ नहीं हुआ, मेरठ वहीं का वहीं पड़ा हुआ है। हापड़ में और वर्स्ट ही हो गया, कुछ बेटर नहीं हुआ, ना कोई इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इंप्रूव हुई है, ना उनका कोई, उल्टा एक बाईपास रोड बन गया, जो पहले हापुड़ में थोड़ा बहुत प्रॉस्पेरिटी थी वो भी खत्म, अब वो गाड़ियाँ सीधी निकल जाती हैं, तो कुछ फायदा नहीं होने वाला।
The NCR tag could prove to be a gold mine for realtors and builders in these 3 districts. Big names are also wary of basing their ventures on the empty promises of a toothless NCR board. The NCR dream should not be that difficult to achieve, considering 3 of the 4 NCR states, Delhi, Haryana and Rajasthan, have Congress governments. Yet coordination between them remains far below satisfactory. With Anjali Iswal, Bianca Ghosh, NDTV Profit.
From NCR up north, let's head to Bengaluru to talk about this thriving property market's infrastructure. Now, Bengaluru made its mark as a global city in the late 90s when the information technology wave swept the city. But poor infrastructure threatens to halt the city's growth, with many road, water and power projects being delayed. All eyes are now on the state government to expedite key infrastructure projects to ensure Bengaluru retains its global city image.
From once a sleepy pensioner's paradise to now a buzzing technology capital, Bengaluru has come a long way to become one of India's most sought-after cities to live in. But this rapid growth in intellectual capital has been a stark contrast to the city's crumbling infrastructure. But Bengalurians are optimistic of the city's future despite the infrastructure deficit.
Bangalore is today seeing the consequence of fast growth and high income levels, is unable to deal with prosperity. It requires change in governance, change in infrastructure and many things. And we impressed upon the Chief Minister and the senior bureaucracy that Bangalore has to be the jewel in the crown and infrastructure development has to be in Bangalore with a long-term objective. We also suggested a role model for governance where all agencies will work together. The Chief Minister is very interested and we will work with them over the next 3 or 4 years to make a large part of it happen. I'm very confident. But let us remember, Bangalore is still the best place in India for the IT industry. Yes, there are challenges, infrastructure challenges, it takes time. But Bangalore is still the best place. And we have come out with a strategy where it should not take more than 60 minutes to go from one end of the city to another end of the city, because it involves the creation of ring roads, crossroads, elevated roads and the use of the metro. But the plan is there. If we pull it off, I think Bangalore will be one of the greatest cities, greatest livable cities in the world and improve the quality of life for everybody.
With a weak public transport system and rising number of vehicles, Bengaluru's roads choked with traffic are a common sight. But critical infrastructure projects are currently underway to solve these issues. These include the first phase of the metro project, which will be completed by May next year. The first phase of the Bengaluru-Mysore corridor, spread over 62 kilometers, and 56 kilometers of the peripheral road has already been completed. The elevated expressway to the international airport will be ready during the current year. Analysts say these projects will not only ease traffic flow but also boost the development of peripheral areas of the city.
So this is what infrastructure does. Infrastructure ignites, becomes a catalyst for the development of the human society, okay, overall development. So this is what this project is doing. And most important factor in developing infrastructure is the confidence level the public has, as this company or this government or this officer will complete the project.
Besides improving connectivity, there is an urgent need to boost the water and power supply to the city. For water, the city's current demand is 1,683 million litres per day, while the present supply is 900 million litres per day. The situation is expected to improve marginally after the completion of the Kaveri 2 Phase 4 stage. For power, the shortage in the city is around 180 megawatts, with the total power generation from all sources a little over 160 million units a day. The state plans to purchase at least 1,000 megawatts of additional power this year to meet higher demand, especially during the summer months.
Probably the fastest growing city amongst the mega cities of the world, and maybe the fastest. In such an environment, we can very well understand that the infrastructure definitely would go a long way in ensuring that the economic viability of Bangalore remains intact. And towards that, the flyovers, the widening of roads, metro and other initiatives, in my opinion, will help Bangalore to remain competitive.
To ensure better project coordination between various government agencies, experts propose the setting up of a Bangalore Infrastructure Development Authority and a Bangalore Economic Development Authority. With the city showing the fastest rate of growth in population, these infrastructure projects need to be up and running quickly to put the bank back in brand Bangalore. In Bengaluru, Balakrishnan, NDTV Profit.
Now the future lies in smart modern cities that are self-sufficient with world-class infrastructure. Wave Infratech is developing one such project called Wave City Centre in Noida, which will be one of the biggest commercial and residential hubs in the country. We have an exclusive peek into this mega project and the gorgeous residences that are being developed in Wave City Centre. Take a tour. In the heart of Noida, a project of epic scale is taking shape to emerge as NCR's most ambitious mixed-use residential and commercial development. Step into the world of Wave City Centre, which is spread across 152 acres of prime land in sectors 25A and 32 of Noida. Wave City Centre has a total built-up area of 40 million square feet, where 9.5 million square feet is being developed in its first phase. The project comes with a fully integrated BRT transport system and parking for over 43,000 cars. A shopping mall spanning across 2.5 million square feet will be the talk of the town. Lush green parks and ample open spaces add an air of tranquility. To execute this dream cityscape, expert construction companies like L&T and Billy Moria have been roped in. And now home loans are also available for residences at Wave City Centre from leading banks and financial institutions like HDFC Bank, ICICI Bank, Canara Bank and Indiabulls. And what's more, Wave City Centre has been planned as one of the most greenest and sustainable cities.
We are going for the rating of gold, wherein all the green building equipments and green building things which are to be used for the entire project are being implemented. Be it your waste management, be it your water harvesting, be it your usage of your glasses, usage of your windows, usage of your material which is being used in the building for construction. So they are going to be LEED Gold certification specifications which have been provided by the authorities.
Connoisseurs of luxury living, Wave City Centre offers 4,000 square feet of space at Wave Eminence, which are 4-bedroom ultra-luxury service residences at Wave City Centre in Noida. Enough to welcome a number of guests and not be cramped for space. A 220 square foot master bedroom where space is not at a premium, and enough room for the kids to play while they are in good company. The kitchen has space to move around, and if you fear you're missing out on entertainment, that too has been well thought of. Each of the bedrooms comes with a large, spacious balcony. This is just one of the several options for buyers at Wave City Centre. If you opt for a premium 3-bedroom apartment, it could look something like this. The spacious bedrooms have been elegantly designed to give you a taste of luxury. The 3-bedroom apartments are spread over 2,066 to 2,196 square feet onwards. Each of these apartments include a study room too.
We had a very good response from the buyers. We started somewhere in the beginning of 2012, and then till date we have quite a number of customers in hand, and we have sold more than 2,500 units, which includes your residential, which includes your commercial units also as well.
Residences start at the podium level to ensure there is no traffic movement, ensuring safety. Every block has its own independent clubhouse for privacy and exclusivity. The project, just a stone's throw from the metro station, will have several retailing and entertainment options for residents, all within 5 minutes of each other. While location is the biggest differentiator for this project from others, Wave plans to introduce on-demand housekeeping and concierge services for the residents. Wave City Centre is planning to build over 1,800 apartments in the first phase of the project. The mixed-use project is trying to target investors and buyers from across the country. The first phase of the residential and commercial project is being built over 102 acres and delivery is expected from 2016. To register your interest in the products of Wave City Centre, call on the toll-free number 1800-102-3962 or email at info@wavecitycentre.com. We'll take a quick break on Property It's Hot. When we come back, how effective rainwater harvesting could pave the way for better conservation of water. Just last month, we brought you a story of how effective rainwater harvesting could pave the way for better conservation of water. While a state like Tamil Nadu on its part made rainwater harvesting compulsory in 2003, there's a lot that's left to be desired in terms of maintenance and monitoring of such an extensive infrastructure network. Jude Sanit tells you how residents' associations have now taken it upon themselves to maintain these RWH units.
It was the year 2003, a year when metro water trucks were the order of the day. The same year that the Tamil Nadu government made construction of rainwater harvesting units in the state mandatory for all three-story buildings. A decade has passed and water levels have improved in Chennai. But what hasn't been looked at is how well the infrastructure surrounding a 10-year-old system is maintained and monitored. That is a responsibility that has been entrusted to the city's builders and residents associations.
I feel every half-yearly this maintenance can be done by the residents. After all, the residents has to take some responsibility. Whoever is doing, whether it's an association or it's a builder or it's the individual house owner, it is their responsibility, so they should see that it is cleaned every 6 months.
Maintenance of a rainwater harvesting or RWH unit is fairly simple and cost effective. So here's what you could get down to in order to make optimum use of your RWH units. Since timing is of the essence, ensure that you begin cleaning your unit just before the monsoons. The next step is to change the gravel and pebbles that serve as filters in harvesting rainwater. Then there's the need to remove the silt off these pebble beds to avoid contamination and ensure optimum collection of rainwater. The introduction of simple and basic RWH units, though, has ensured minimal maintenance hassles.
These are usually used in independent houses. So those kind of places you need to desilt, you need to replace the sand, replace the gravel. What we have is simple wells. So the maintenance is very, very simple. All you need to do is once a year, maybe just before the rainy season, remove the grills which are there on top, and basically remove the debris which has fallen there, the leaves or whatever has gone in there. Remove it and replace the covering. That's about it.
When this 6-acre project called the Atrium was constructed by Lancor Holdings in the early 2000s, it was ahead of its time in providing comprehensive rainwater harvesting for its apartments. Through the last decade, an active owners association has taken the initiative to monitor the functioning of these units too. Shanti Ramachandran from the association has taken special interest towards the upkeep of the 18 RWH units on site, units that serve dual purposes today.
Right when the buildings were up, we had about 8 units, and later on we built 10 more where we saw, that it will ensure that the flooding of the place does not happen. For example, we have huge lawn area where we have water getting stagnated because of the rainwater from the terrace flowing in between the blocks. And there we said, okay, if you have more rainwater harvesting done there, more pits put up, then certainly it's going to help our water table as well as help not flooding the place.
The maintenance and monitoring of rainwater harvesting units is certainly as important as their very presence itself. However, interestingly enough, the same state government that made it mandatory for all 3-storied buildings in Tamil Nadu to construct such RWH units hasn't quite paid the same attention towards the introduction of such units, especially in corporation-run playgrounds like these. But like the adage goes, it's the tiny drops of water that make an ocean. In Chennai, with camera person Edwin, Jude Sanith for NDTV.
This week on Hot Tips, let's talk about how to create a home office in a small space. We have a whole range of clever tricks to help you design a functional and exciting workspace in your home. Here's how.
The nook under your stairs can be your private cozy office corner. What you need here is a study table that fits in that space, a table lamp. You can either hook in some shelves on the adjoining wall or place them next to the table. A chair with wheels is best suited for a home office. To keep your workspace organized and clutter-free, pick up storage boxes to hold your files and papers. A mini chest of drawers, file trays, bamboo racks are nifty storage options. Nail in a notice board on the wall in the front. Apart from reminders and important documents, use this notice board to brighten the workspace with personal photos or artwork.
We hope you enjoyed the show today. If you're on the hunt for some hot properties and even hotter home decor tips, or if you want to feature your home in our Beautiful Home segment, then write into us at hotproperty@ndtv.com. You can also SMS us at 56388. We'll be back next week with all things hot in property. Goodbye.